Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to Wake Up, Look Up, a podcast where we connect events happening in real time to the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Zach Weihrauch. And in today's episode, we're asking the question, when does Christmas start? This is prompted by an article that I read in The Atlantic recently by Elizabeth Brunig, who was kind of saying that she really loves Christmas, and she was arguing why it's perfectly acceptable, beginning in November, to start decorating and celebrating Christmas. I should say this episode is partly prompted by that article. It's also prompted by my own wife's love of Christmas and the fact that she's already listening to Christmas music. And if I allowed it, my house would be decorated already. But I don't allow it. That's because for me, it cheapens Christmas if you start it too early. But I have to say, the Atlantic article makes a great case. There are kind of three things that she brings out that I think are really important for us to think about as Christians. One is that Christmas resonates with us because we have kind of a longing for wonder. It's a break from the mundane, a break from the regular. It's something special, something different, something new. We also have a longing for hope. Christmas is relentlessly optimistic. It's the idea that something magical can happen, something wonderful is just coming around the corner. And of course, we have a longing for community. And community is important at Christmas because it's often a time which we gather with our friends and family, people that we care about and people who care about us. What Brunig is arguing is that we're celebrating earlier and earlier, not just because companies are trying to get us to spend money earlier, but because increasingly, more than ever maybe, we are longing for wonder and for hope and for community. And I have to say, as I read the article, it was challenging because that is exactly what the Bible tells us is there for us in the Christmas story. That the coming of Jesus is so exciting to us because it is a break from the mundane, not just the routine and boring, but from the regular brokenness of our world. It is an answer to our longing for hope because it resonates with us that God is doing something. That, as it says in Matthew 1, Jesus has come to rescue his people from their sins. And of course, it is about community because what happens at Christmas is what makes us part of the church and the kingdom of God. In other words, I think there's a great spiritual argument that maybe our friends and family who want to celebrate early are actually onto something. They don't want to wait for the good news of Christmas. So I'm not telling you have to decorate or listen to music just yet, but maybe be a little more sympathetic to those who are eager to inject their lives with some hope, with some joy, with some community. But also consider this, that even if you're not ready to decorate yet, or to put on the Christmas music yet, you certainly could use, just like I could, a dose of Christmas in your life, at least by leaning into the good news of what God has done in Jesus. And that way, the celebration of the biblical Christmas isn't really about when you start listening to music or when you start decorating the house. It's about opening yourself up every day to the idea that there's more to life than the mundane, that hope is always present, and that you're a part of a greater kingdom because of Jesus. And that way, it's always Christmas time. And please, no one send this episode to my wife. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. While you're here, we'd love to ask you to hit subscribe or to like so you get future content. If you listen to the audio version too, make sure you leave a review and a comment. That really helps. Consider sharing it on social media and helping us get the word out. And hey, while you're here, check out all the other content that Christ Community Chapel is putting out, including the videos that are around me right now.